Let's get right into it. Number 10. Subscription traps. Signing up for something takes just one click. You're subscribed to yet another service. But try canceling that subscription and you're in an Indiana Jones movie. First, you've got to find the hidden cancel button that's colored the exact same shade as the background. Then you're hit with a maze of menus that would make a lab rat give up and go home. Are you sure you want to cancel? Yes. Really, really sure? Yes. But what about this special offer? Yes. Please call our customer service line. Oh, come on. You call the number and get put on hold so long you could watch the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. The music they play is always that same jazzy tune that sounds like Kenny G having a stroke. Some companies even make you send a letter by mail. They're hoping you'll give up and just keep paying them forever. This isn't just annoying. It's actually designed this way on purpose. This practice is so common, it has an official name: dark pattern design. The digital equivalent of a Roach Motel. Easy to check in, impossible to check out. Companies make millions off people who forgot they were even subscribed. The average person has at least 2 subscriptions they're paying for but not using. Number 9. Convenience fees. Those extra charges when you pay online. You're paying extra for the privilege of paying your bills. It actually costs companies more to process paper checks and mail. Each paper bill costs them about $1 to print and mail, but they charge you extra for saving them money. It's like a restaurant charging you extra for washing your own dishes, or your landlord adding a fee because you painted the apartment yourself. Some companies charge up to $12 just to click a button and pay online. $12 to move some digital numbers around. Meanwhile, the company saves on paper, printing, postage, and processing staff. These fees get split between the company and their payment processor. They're not just saving money, they're making a profit off you paying your bills. And they call it convenience. Like they're doing you a favor by charging you extra. It's about as convenient as getting punched in the wallet. These fees hit hardest on people who can least afford them. Number 8. Not from concentrate juice. That not from concentrate orange juice you've been paying extra for has something you should know about. That fresh squeeze taste is actually designed in a lab by the same people who make perfume. When they squeeze those oranges, they have to strip out all the oxygen. They do this because they need to store this juice for up to a year. That fresh juice you're drinking might be older than your neighbor's annoying Christmas decorations that are still up in June. When they remove the oxygen, they also remove pretty much all the flavor. So now they've got tanks full of orange-colored water that tastes about as exciting as licking a window. The flavor companies create what they call flavor packs. Basically, artificial orange flavor designed to make your brain think it tastes just like an orange. And the best part is they don't have to list these flavor packs as ingredients. They're technically derived from oranges, so they get to call it natural flavoring. It's like taking apart a car, storing the pieces for a year, putting it back together, and telling you it just rolled off the assembly line. At least now you know why every carton of your favorite brand tastes exactly the same, every single time. Nature isn't that consistent, but chemical formulas are. Number 7. The up to sale scam. You see those giant up to 70% off signs that make your wallet tingle? Those 2 little words, up to, are doing more heavy lifting than a gym bro on pre-workout. Let's say you're walking through the mall, minding your own business. Suddenly, there's a massive sign screaming, up to 90% off everything. Your brain, which is basically a bargain-hunting squirrel, immediately thinks 90% off. That's practically free. So you rush in, already planning what to do with all the money you're about to save. But that 90% off probably applies to exactly one item in the entire store. And it's usually something nobody wants, like a lime green fanny pack from 1987. Everything else might be 10% off if you're lucky. It's like going to a party because your friend said there might be pizza, only to find out there's one slice left and it's pineapple. The stores know exactly what they're doing. When we see up to 90% off, our brains conveniently ignore the up to part. We just see 90% off and start doing happy dances in our heads. The worst part is this trick is completely legal. As long as at least one sad little item in the store is actually 90% off, they can plaster that number everywhere. Number 6. Phone upgrade plans. You know those get a new phone every year deals that sound amazing? You're paying $45 a month for the privilege of trading in your phone every 12 months. That sounds great until you realize you're paying $540 a year and never actually owning anything. After 5 years, you've paid $2,700 and you have nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing. Because every time you upgrade, you're just handing back the phone you've been renting. It's like paying rent on an apartment for years, but never building any equity. Meanwhile, if you just bought the phone outright and kept it for 2 to 3 years, you'd save enough money to buy 2 new phones. The carriers know we all love that new phone feeling. They're basically selling us dopamine hits wrapped in shiny aluminum and glass. And if you damage the phone, it gets worse. You still have to pay for repairs before trading it in. Or you can pay for their overpriced insurance, another monthly fee on top of your upgrade plan. You're not upgrading. You're just signing up for an endless cycle of payments. You're turning your phone into a subscription service, and the phone carriers are counting on you not doing the math. Number 5. Serving size illusions. The biggest gaslighting campaign in food is serving sizes. Bags of chips say only 150 calories per serving. The serving size is usually something ridiculous like 6 chips. No one eats just 6 chips. That's like watching just the first minute of a video. The companies know you're going to eat the whole bag in one sitting while watching Netflix, but by making the serving size tiny, they can print smaller numbers on the package. Take a regular bottle of soda. The label might say 120 calories per serving, but the bottle has 2.5 servings. No one drinks 40% of a soda and saves the rest for later. The serving size for cereal is usually 3/4 of a cup. That's basically 4 spoonfuls. Meanwhile, the bowl they show on the box could feed a small village. When they say 0 grams of trans fat, that only means less than 0.5 grams per serving. So, if you eat the whole package, you might be getting several grams of trans fat while thinking you're eating none. Companies can say things like 40% less sugar while just making the serving size 40% smaller. Those serving sizes are about as realistic as your plan to start going to the gym tomorrow. Number 4. Charity collection bins. Those big metal boxes in parking lots that say donate your clothes here. Most of them are about as charitable as a loan shark wearing a Santa hat. You clean out your closet, feeling good about helping the needy. You drive to that bin, dump your clothes in, and drive away feeling like Mother Teresa. Most of these bins are owned by for-profit companies. They sell your donated clothes for pure profit. These companies make hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Most bins have a charity's name on them, but the companies just pay charities a tiny fee to use their name. Pennies on the dollar. Some bins don't give anything to charity at all. They just slap heartstring-pulling photos on the bin and call it a day. The clothes you donate get sorted and sold to overseas markets. Your old sweater is probably being sold in a market in Eastern Europe, with the company pocketing all the money. If you want to actually help people, take your clothes directly to legitimate charities like Goodwill or your local homeless shelter. At least then, your old band t-shirts aren't funding someone's yacht payment. Number 3. Dynamic pricing. So you're planning a vacation, sitting next to your friend, both looking at the same flight on the same website, but somehow your ticket costs $100 more than theirs. This is dynamic pricing, the digital equivalent of a pickpocket going through your wallet to see how much cash you've got. These websites track everything: your search history, what kind of device you're using, even your zip code. Using an iPhone instead of an Android just got you slapped with the "I can probably afford more" tax. Searching for the same flight multiple times makes the website think, "Oh, looks like they really need this flight. Let's bump up the price a bit." Hotels are playing the same game. That only 2 rooms left warning might be true at that specific price point. They probably have plenty more rooms, just at a higher price once these last rooms are gone. It's like a digital version of that street vendor who tells every tourist, "Special price just for you," except the special price is usually higher, not lower. Use incognito mode, clear your cookies, or use a VPN to pretend you're booking from a different country. Sometimes pretending to book from Kazakhstan can save you more money than all your coupon clipping efforts combined. Number 2. Vet-recommended pet food. Your vet's office has those fancy pet food displays right by the entrance. Most of these companies literally pay vets to recommend their food. It's like if your doctor got a kickback every time they told you to eat at McDonald's. These pet food companies offer vets huge discounts on their products, sponsor their conferences, and even give them free samples to dispense. Some companies even pay for parts of a vet student's education. So imagine graduating with massive student debt, and there's this company helping you pay those loans. In exchange, you just have to recommend their food. Pretty hard to say no to that. Many of these prescription foods aren't actually that different from regular pet food. Take Hill's Science Diet, for example. They have a special dental care food that costs 3 times more than regular kibble. The main ingredient is still corn. That food isn't in their office because it's the best for your pet. It's there because it's the best for their wallet. Number 1. New and improved formulas. Your favorite shampoo suddenly becomes new and improved. That usually means they found a cheaper way to make it. Companies throw around phrases like revolutionary new formula or now better than ever, but most of these improvements are actually downgrades in disguise. In 2017, Nutella quietly changed their recipe to use more powdered milk and less cocoa. They didn't lower the price. The only reason people noticed was because the color was slightly lighter. Cadbury improved their chocolate by replacing cocoa butter with cheaper vegetable oils, and Breyer's ice cream became so filled with air and cheap ingredients that they legally couldn't call it ice cream anymore. They had to rename it frozen dairy dessert because it didn't meet the legal definition of ice cream. Companies spend millions studying exactly how much they can change a product before customers notice and complain. They call it sensory threshold testing. They often make these changes gradually over time. It's like boiling a frog. If you do it slowly enough, it won't notice the water getting hotter. The only thing that's improved is usually the company's profit margin. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.